coffee.
Yes, we do. So again, we just finished the 17th of June where we just had our very first in-store sales, okay? We've journalized it, we updated our inventory, we deposited the money into our checking account. So now we need to do one thing. We updated our inventory, we updated the journal. Okay, so now we're finally on the next day, which is going to be Tuesday, June 18. And guess what? We just received more coffee. Okay? So
we received more coffee, or we received the invoice from the coffee that we received the invoice.
We received an invoice and we also received more coffee.
More coffee?
Yes, we did, because we're why would a company bill us if we don't have the product?
No, everything is because did we pay for the coffee that we always an account payable?
It's right now it's under accounts payable, but in this case, we ordered more coffee.
More coffee. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Invoice 320. So let's go check first the order to see what's going on there.
Okay, so purchase orders.
And the purchase order we're supposed to have Atlas coffee is there 366. You see, we ordered the same amount of coffee.
Yes, we did, but this time the price of the coffee went up.
Went up.
Yes.
Okay.
Because our first batch that we bought was only for $360. Now this one is $366.25.
I cannot see that because the order that I see there, it is 366.25.
Yes, okay, but the previous one that we bought was $362.50.
Oh, it's 62. Oh, but we have another order.
Correct. And this one's the right order for the $366.25 because the coffee that we ordered went up. It went up. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So this is the order 320.
Yes, this is order 320 for purchase order right here for this one right here. Okay, so okay, 320, right? So what do we do with this coffee?
We have to write in the inventory.
Okay.
Well, first you want to do the journal?
Yeah, let's do the journal first, and then we do everything else afterwards.
So we increase the coffee regular and the supreme.
Good.
And we have account payable.
Yes.
We don't pay anything yet.
Yes, because we're not paying anything yet.
So it's the regular coffee and supreme coffee. Then counted at 12.20 and 12.40 and account payable. And 20,000. So we have 170. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. 170.
170 for the regular.
Okay.
And we have a 196.625 for the
Supreme.
Supreme.
Okay. So to give us a grand total of $366.25.
Okay. So we have here invoice 320, no?
Yep. So Atlas coffee imports. Importers.
Coffee importers. Invoice 320, and the term that we have is 1%, 1530 net. importers invoice 320.
Invoice. Oh no, wait, you said 1%.
1% 15, net 30.
Okay,
Mhm. So we went to the ledger.
and go to the ledger.
Mhm.
For regular coffee.
Yes, regular coffee. We have 125 pounds of coffee.
Oop, I just, okay, never mind, I can't do that. I need to type in purchased coffee, but this time it cost me
160.
136. We are still on General Journal number 6.
Mm-hmm. Page 6, yeah.
For how much?
For 170.
All right, so that gives me my total account balance to be
354.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
We had to do the same thing to our Supreme coffee.
Yes. The Supreme. If you want 25 to 155, actually 157 is the cost right now. Page number 6, and we have a 196.25 with a total of 393 393 35.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to go to accounts payable.
Payable. So we have invoice 320 from Atlas Coffee Importer.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Whatever you want to put in there.
Mm-hmm. And we have the credit 266 plus 296 140. It is 3662.65.
Good. 13,662.65.
3062.65.
Good. Excellent.
Mm-hmm. Now we have to go to the subsidiary ledger.
Okay.
Very. And we have an account for how we call her for Atlas Coffee.
Yep. Let me go to vendors. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Atlas Coffee. All right. Gonna be second one. There you go.
Sorry.
No worries.
So we receive invoice 320 for 125 pound of coffee. All of this.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the 320
Mm-hmm.
invoice. You put 230, the 320. The invoice number. And here we go. We have page 6, term 1%, 1530.
So what's my discount due date?
So we have the 15 plus 18. I cannot calculate today. I cannot focus.
It's okay.
So It is the 3rd of August. No, July.
Mm-hmm.
This the discount or the due date? The
That was
same,
that
no?
the no the
How about
discount due
we have
date.
a? Mhm.
The discount due date is what if you pay within the 3rd of July, you will get a discount. If not, the whole bill is due when?
The 18.
Good. Due on the 18th of July. Good.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case,
Yes.
what was my total bill amount for?
366 and 25 cents.
Good. So if I pull down my formula, I owe an additional $366.25 to give me a
Mm-hmm.
grand total right now of $728.75.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Good.
Yep. Thanks. Now after that, so that's all, no? No, yes, that's all. We did the subsidiary ledger and everything, and the ledger.
So do you want to do the inventory worksheet now or wait
Oh
till after?
no, actually we did now the purchase, so we can do it now, no?
Okay.
Ledger. I forget the inventory.
No worries.
This- There we go. So the inventory we have for the regular is 125 to 136. 136. So we have a 170. Divided by 125. Oh, and delivery coffee at last. We have here, oh, but it's a separate, it's
Yes.
separate. We have the fray.
We have to do the freight first before we can add it in here. So in this case, we stop here. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So Supreme Coffee, how many pounds did we buy?
We buy 125. 125 pound, and we have a 157
Okay.
left,
Okay.
and this is 196.25.
196.25. Good. Excellent. Okay. So let's go back to the scenario because we need to complete one more thing before we can completely finish out our inventory worksheet, okay? Which is
Mhm.
going to accept the separate freight line. So what is this
Yeah.
freight line?
So we have the fray with COD. It is cash on delivery.
Good. So in this case, what do I need to do?
So we take it out mm, mm, we pay the delivery, the fray.
Okay.
Yeah, but we pay from the bank. So we decrease the bank
Okay, so
or
let's
the
so how do I
cash.
journalize this? Now this is a cost that's part of inventory, right? Because this is
Hmm.
part of the coffee.
So this is. Oh, you wanna put it in the inventory? We put it in the inventory. We put it right away on the fray, separate
In this case, this is perpetual inventory, right? Where does everything go into?
to the coffee. It's gonna be.
Exactly. So in
Yeah.
this case, freight charges, sales tax, whatever it is, it's all going to go into inventory. So in this case, regular coffee
Regular coffee
and supreme coffee.
and supreme coffee, supreme and checking.
Yes, because we have to pay, right? COD.
Hmm. Yep.
They will not give us our coffee if we do not pay.
No.
Okay, so there you go. Count number.
We have a 64.50 in checking, and now
Oopsies.
we half and half. Doesn't matter.
Yep, half and half because they're both 125 pounds each, right? So in this case, if
Hmm.
it's 100% going to be based on weight.
So
Okay.
32.25 and 32.25.
Okay, so there you go. 32.20. Oopsies. 32.25. 32.25. for 64.50.
50. Mm-hmm.
Okay, 64.50. Okay. So because we don't have cash on hand and we need to write a check, right, from our checking account.
We have to use the check number for the next one.
Mm-hmm.
We go to the register,
Mm-hmm.
and so we have the check number 1518,
Mm-hmm.
and it is for the Atlas. No, for delivery.
Mm-hmm. Who delivered this to us?
Atlas Coffee Importer, delivery coffee from Atlas Coffee Importer. The same.
Mm, let's look at the
Acct.
what. Well, who did we receive the bill from for the shipping?
Delivery coffee. Okay. Doesn't say Freyline. Freyline. No.
Freight
No.
line delivered coffee from Atlas. Yes. So in this
Mhm.
case, we're going to make this check available for, to Freight line.
Freyline.
Okay.
There we go. So that's all. And then we go back to put that on the reference of the journal.
Um. Yes, we're going to use this. Yeah, we're going to reference this into the journal. So 1518 is the journal number. I mean, the check number. So in this case,
So Freyline invoice 1516
50.
516. No, not 15,
Yep,
516.
good.
Okay. And check number 1518.
Uh-huh. And last thing I'm going to put here is COD. So letting you know why you paid Freight
Cash. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cash on delivery. Yep. So now we go into the ledger.
Ledger.
And the regular. And we didn't calculate that before, so we have to. We just added like the freight separate.
Correct. We're going to have to add the freight separately. So in this case, we are, here's regular coffee, right? We have a line item for freight cost.
Freight cost.
So 618, right? Freight cost.
Cost.
Journal 6.
Six.
Okay, for how much?
For 32.25.
Okay, 32.25. So in this case, what's my grand total in my regular coffee account?
386.25.
Okay, 386.25. Good. All right. We need to do the same thing to my Supreme coffee. Okay, so
393.35. I need to go to the restroom so badly.
don't worry. Yeah, go ahead. Go for it.
Sorry.
Okay. All right.
32.
So in this case,
Actually,
right, we're updating our Supreme coffee for 32.25.
And it is 425 and 60 cents.
4.25 and 60 cents. Good.
Now we have to do. We're done with that. We do the subsidiary ledger.
Yes, ma'am. So subsidiary ledger. Who are we going to?
Atlas Coffee Importer.
Not Atlas. Who shipped it
No,
out?
it's the freight line. It's the freight line.
Freight line. Okay, so let's go ahead and find Freight line. So we got City Printers. We got Furniture Store. Oh, I think I missed it. Freight line. Here they are. 618.
So invoice delivery coffee
Mm-hmm.
for delivery for Atlas importer.
Yeah, if you want to put that, that's fine.
Mhm. So we have
What was the invoice number again?
the invoice number is about 300, no, 516,
Okay.
and
Where's
yes, number 6, the page COD, and we have yes COD. Yeah. So 6450 invoice. Yeah, and we did a payment 6450.
Okay, I just
So
realized I copied and pasted. Okay, so I have to redo this one. Okay, so in this case, what was the check number that we wrote?
18, 1518.
There you go. Okay,
1518.
so in this case, um, do I owe Freight anything?
Nothing. Mm-mm.
You
No,
owe them nothing. Good.
nothing. So, so after that, so we can do the inventory.
Yes, we can finish up our inventory.
Mhm.
Okay. So in this case, let's do the regular coffee first. Okay, so regular
Uh-huh.
coffee.
It's gonna be 5 plus the freight. We add the freight.
Yes, we do.
It is 32. Just, let's see, 125, 170, 170 plus 32.25. It is 202 and 25 cents.
202.25. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
this time, right, because we're doing moving average, we don't need to calculate the cost per item. Instead, we're going
Mm-hmm.
to add our numbers up together.
Mm-hmm. Plus
So what's my new quantity? If I started out with 115 and I just bought new inventory for 125, what's my total new quantity?
245, not 230 and
200
40,
and
sorry,
okay,
and
no worries.
40. 240.
Got
Yep.
it. Okay.
Divide.
I also need nope, I also need my total cost. So in this case, I have a total right now of 184 plus 202.25.
386.25.
Good. And then where does that match?
So this is it is 1.61 if we do with 2 digits.
Okay, so in this case, we match
61.
we match our ledger, right, to our inventory worksheet, right? We got 386.25. And in this case, right, you how many decimal places do you want to round?
I run two, so it is 1609375. So if we're doing 1.60, 161, so we
Um,
have a
in this case, I don't want you to round
reference.
I don't want you to round this because we're in this case. I want to keep every pennies to make it more accurate in regards to how many decimal places that you can have for this. So in this case,
Mm-hmm.
I'll go as far as you. So you said
Okay.
1.606375 is where I
75.
will round. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All
All
right.
right.
Good. Okay. Now, again, so we don't need the top one because we don't have 115 pounds anymore. We have a total of
240.
240. So this one we can block off. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's go ahead and do our supreme coffee.
Okay.
So
So
there we
we
are.
have,
Go ahead.
mhm, we have now 1.5 pounds, and the freight is at 196.25 plus 32.25, 228 and 50 cents.
Okay. Now, in this case,
Mm-hmm.
we are using FIFO, right? We have to keep
The same
um,
cost.
the same cost. So in this case, we must
Mm-hmm.
calculate our cost per item in this case. And what is it?
180.
It's gonna cost me $1 and
183.
yes. Okay.
So
Now in
it's
this case, right, if I extend this, I believe it goes beyond that. I think it's yeah, it's 1.828. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna carry this inventory over because this is going to be part of my inventory, right? I have 125 pounds,
25
right?
pounds.
And it cost me $1 and
So
8.
83, 82.8.
So therefore, I should have a grand total of $228.50. Now, this is what you can do, all right? At the very bottom right here, I'm going to make this my total amount of inventory I have on hand. That way, I'm able to see and match my inventory
Inventory.
ledger accounts perfectly. So in this case, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and do an equal sum. So equal sum, all right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click and highlight this row all the way down to here. We're not going to buy that much inventory. Okay, I'll let you know that. So there you go. Now I have a total of 234 and a half pounds, okay? And if I drag my formula across, it's going to tell me that I have a grand total of $425.60. And is that correct? Let me see.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the total inventory, but
Okay.
the cost is no. The cost is separate.
Yeah, the cost is separate. So I got rid of the middle one. All right, so let's double confirm that with my ledger account. Is that correct? I should have a total of $425.60 worth of inventory, and yes, I do. Okay, so therefore I match my inventory worksheet. Okay, so
We need to do the same with the regular. I know the regular is average is okay.
yeah, the regular is already done automatically because it is the average, right? In this case, I just, because in my books for the ledger, right, it's telling me what my total in my inventory is. But in my inventory for Supreme Coffee, I'm costing it out in a different way, right? I'm costing it based on the batches that I have. So in this case, there's nowhere that I'm able to do a sum total unless I do it at the bottom of the worksheet. Okay, so in this case, this tells me I should have $425.60 worth of Supreme Coffee, and I do. Okay, all right. So let's go ahead and, so that's it, right? We updated our inventory. We journalized our freight and inventory. We updated our ledger. We updated subsidiary ledger. So then let's go ahead and do these last two, okay? And then, or actually, let's do last three and we'll stop here, okay? All right. So the next one here, yeah, because let me see, we have about 10 minutes to do them. These ones are not going to take forever. So in this case, right, we have another purchase order for purchase order number 170308. Okay. And what did we order?
Purchase order ceramic cup mug,
Yep.
coffee mug.
Okay, so we just gonna do a purchase order. Okay.
Yep.
It is.
So we got the 18
Okay.
purchase order for I think it's ceramic order ceramic thing.
Yep. All things ceramic.
All things ceramic. And we have the cost of 196.80.
Okay, 196.80. Okay, good. So now we have some kind of reference point to tell us what what we're when we match our invoices. We need to make sure we match the purchase order saying that we ordered this. Okay, good. Right? Purchase orders does not do anything to our journals because we're just all we did was just buy something or we ordered
We
something.
did
We
order
didn't buy or we didn't have to
anything
pay
yet.
anything. We didn't receive the cups. We don't have anything. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So then what about this one? So this one right here, I should.
Uh,
So in this case, what happened here?
we have another order from Albert
Okay.
corner store, but it's another person.
Yep.
So we have to write
Go ahead.
to write on the commission
Mm-hmm.
page.
Mm-hmm. So in this case, who do we write this out to or who ordered this? Corner bookstore.
Corner
Okay.
bookstore.
When are we going to deliver?
The 20th.
The 20th of June. Okay. So how much is the grand total amount?
The total it is 97.75.
Okay. Plus the freight of $30 or delivery charge of $30.
The $30. Did it say $30?
Yep.
So
It
I
keep
can see the
keep
full.
keep scrolling down. It cut off
Uh-huh.
in the
Oh
middle of
yes, it's
this.
done. So it's 127.75.
Yep. It's 127.25. Okay. So here we're gonna go to our commissions. Okay. Because now,
Mm-hmm.
right, Albert has another potential sale to the
For
corner bookstore. Okay.
corner bookstore.
Okay, for a grand total amount of 120. Oops, where am I? 127.75.
775.
Okay, so let me double confirm that. 127.75. Okay, good.
Yes. Now we didn't put any invoice number right before and now.
In this
We don't do
case, we don't know if the corner bookstore decides to call us and cancel the order, then technically we didn't invoice them at all because that amount would not be valid because he canceled it. So in this case, we only do it the day that we deliver it. We actually issued them an invoice, and that's when we can start collecting our commissions for that sale.
that.
Okay?
So we don't need to put anything.
Nothing here. Nothing
So
here.
when we do an order like that, when they write an order like that,
Mhm.
we don't. They don't. Is nothing. The number that it's just like you don't. You have a like a notebook like that with no. Like you know the what you did, what you order.
So in this
It's nothing
case,
specific.
I mean, in this case, you can create a sales order form if you like, where you have the particular customer's name, the sales order number, and what they ordered from you. Of course, like that's if you want to build that, you can. But in this case, we don't care. We're not in
Mm-hmm.
charge of Albert's sales.
Robert
All
sales.
we're making sure is that did Albert complete the sale?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because if
Yeah.
Albert did not complete the sale, then he can't he can't get his money. So in this case, right, that's the only thing that we are on our end keeping track of is that did he complete the sale? Now for him to keep track of the sale himself is his job, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's the one that's processing the sales order. He's the one that's making sure that he's finding these customers to make sure that they fill out that sales order. He's making sure that he's updating and making sure that he's going to make the potential due date. So in this case, if you want to make a sales form, you can. I will definitely, I may potentially do that, especially if we're doing this for QuickBooks, right? Because we do have to do a sales order in case we do need to keep track of it. Then yes, I would have to create one for
It's
for QuickBooks. But in this case, no, I don't. It's not necessary because I'm not keeping track of his orders. He is. He's responsible. He's only responsible to report it back to me, and I have to make sure he does go through with this order so I can properly calculate the amount of commissions that he is eligible for.
it's eligible.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
So in that case, we done with Albert.
Yes, we're done
That's
with
all.
Albert until he actually sells and delivers the coffee. Okay. Last but not least, let's go ahead and complete this order here. And when we come back, we'll from the break, we will on Tuesday. Okay, we
Mm-hmm.
will go ahead and continue with the rest of the grand opening
The
order.
next.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do
Oh,
this last order right here, and then we'll come back on Tuesday to complete the
Tuesday.
rest of this transaction. Yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So again, let's do this. Another, so we did another purchase order.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're going to the purchase order,
Go to purchase order.
and we order 170309. We order coffee from Atlas Coffee
Yes.
Importer.
Yes. Okay. So Atlas Coffee Importers. Okay.
Mhm.
How many pounds of coffee did we buy?
250
Another 250 pounds. Okay. And this
for
time, what is my total estimated amount?
370.
370. So again, my price went up in value. Okay.
Again, that's
Again, and
very
that's
good.
that's what it is, right? Coffee is one of those things, right? Because what if there's a shortage of coffee beans? What if there's a short, or maybe there's a shortage in their of manufacturing it? What if they backstock? If they backstock, they cannot sell it to you at this price.
But it is minus than 10 days, and he raised the price three times. That's awful. It's
Well,
because
no,
of the,
that's supply and
you
demand
know.
because we're not the only customers that's buying this product.
Hmm.
What if Atlas Coffee Importers buys it sells it to everybody else? Again, the price will fluctuate based on a day-to-day basis because it's coffee. You have to
Yeah,
produce the coffee, and coffee beans may not be available that day, that season, especially right now. It's summertime. Maybe there's situations going on in Africa where you can't get those coffee beans. Or maybe it's
right.
Costa Rica or Colombia, right? There might be situations going on in the world where you can't get those shipments to California to go ahead and process them and create the coffee bean. So there's
About
many, many, many
something.
factors, supply and demand, and especially being the
In
vendor to
10 days, I
customer.
think it's too much.
It's only going up by 1 penny, okay? It's not
Yeah,
that
but
much.
one penny, you have to take it out from the
Exactly.
coffee cup.
So
It doesn't go well. Every 10 days, it's gonna raise three times the coffee. No, I think it's too much the cost of the coffee with you guys. But it's selling good.
yeah,
We're
yep,
selling good.
yep. Hopefully we are doing good, right? We went in the hole one time, so let's hope that we don't go any lower. Okay. So
Mhm.
good job. All right. So I am gonna stop here. We're gonna come back from the break on Tuesday. Remember, there's no class on Monday. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So please don't come to class because I'm not gonna be here.